Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So before I start going over some details on the Civic, I did want to show you this little sound clip of an issue that the Civic's having. It's had this issue for quite a while, but now it's just progressing. So this engine will be getting pulled out and this car will be sitting. But I'll go ahead and go over those details in just a moment. So essentially what's going on is we're getting a rod knock developing. So if I catch it now, I can save the crankshaft, just get it polished or grinded down. I don't know how bad it is. It could just be piston slap, but I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to go ahead and pull the engine, not today in this video, but I will pull the engine and we'll be putting forged rods and pistons, and I'll have the whole process and video coverage of that and go into pretty good detail on that whole setup. We have an engine stand thanks to Michael, one of the subscribers. I helped him get his Eclipse running. Here's a little clip of it running. But since I helped him do that, he just gave us the engine stand, said that we could have it. So thanks, I appreciate that, Michael. I love doing trade work. But yeah, I'll go ahead and start on the details of the Civic. So last time I did a video, I went live and you guys suggested that I paint the wheels that I traded Casey. I painted them white. I really appreciate all the suggestions that you guys give me because it actually turned out really good. Painted it just with Rust-Oleum paint. They actually look a lot better than they did. And it looks real good, but now I gotta lower it. So I'm going to jack it up, take all 4 struts out, and then I will be doing something that is really frowned upon in the car community, but it'll work for now. The car's probably just gonna be sitting for the time being anyway, so I just want it to sit pretty. I'm gonna chop the springs. It is safe if you do it properly. A lot of people don't do it properly, so that's why you have horror stories about chopped springs. But it'll work for me until I get my coilovers. It'll keep my ride comfort, and I know how to do it without causing any issues. If you do it wrong, it can be very dangerous to do, so I highly recommend, if you're gonna do it, watch the video that I have on my James D Guy channel. I'll put a link in the description of how to properly cut springs. I know the word proper and cut springs don't really go in the same sentence, but it works. And I have a Civic that I did, the Civic that I'm talking about, 4 or 5 years ago, is still rolling around to this day on those cut springs, and they put thousands and thousands of miles. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna pull all these struts out and I'll show you how I'm gonna chop the springs. So I got this fuel pump from the guy down the street with the Honda. He's the one that's been hooking me up with parts, so just wanted to give him a shout out while he's here. Yeah. But this is like what, a 340 cc fuel pump. He just upgraded, so he had like 1 dyno pool on this. So we're gonna put this in here soon, so just wanted to say thanks to him for that. All right, so I got all the struts off. We have an issue with this one. The control arm bushing is pretty destroyed. It will not come out of here. So I'm just gonna keep it all assembled as one piece because I will be getting aftermarket full coilover shocks and struts, and then I will get aftermarket lower control arms. So this is just temporary, but this thing's probably just gonna be sitting pretty for right now. So it's not too big of a deal. I'll take it around the block so you guys can see that it rides perfectly fine with the chopped springs. But I'm gonna go ahead and compress these springs with the spring compressor. Then I'm going to remove the 14mm bolt up top with the impact. You don't have to use an impact, but it's a lot easier if you have one. But I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then we will chop probably a full coil out. That'll lower it down just enough to where we have a little gap, not too crazy, and it'll still be functionable. But I'm gonna go ahead and get these out back and set this camera up for you guys. All right, so when you guys are doing this, make sure to wear safety equipment, safety goggles and stuff like that. This is very dangerous, compressing these springs, so just make sure to watch the video pretty good and you'll see how I do it. Alright, so essentially what I like to do when cutting these is I like to keep the line lined up. And since I don't want to just cut this little partial coil off, I'll be going all the way back here, but I'm going to keep it lined up. So I'm going to cut this much right here off, but I'll go to back here. So I'm basically going to keep it perfectly lined up and cut it off with the cutoff wheel on the grinder. Alright, so I cut that much off. It's not going to lower it a lot. It'll be just a little bit, but the key is to basically keep it straight and lined up. Alright, there it is. It'll retain its ride comfort, and it dropped it just a little bit. So I'll do this to the rest of them, and we'll put them back on the car. Alright, it's just dark enough to where you can't see what I'm doing anymore, but I'm gonna go ahead and put the wheels back on. I already put all the struts back in, so I'm basically just gonna put the wheels on and see where it sits. Alright, there it is. I'm going to take it to the gas station so you can see it in the light. I don't have enough light over here so you can see it properly, but the gap is definitely less and it looks way cleaner. But we'll go for a ride, see how it rides. It should ride the exact same. It's still stock components, just a little bit shorter. So yeah. Alright, I'm here at Stripes. I figured this is a pretty well lit area so you can see how low it is. So far the ride comfort's the exact same as before. Obviously it's just a little bit lower, but it did lower it a little bit, and the handling's the exact same. You can see I do have a little gap left, so it has clearance still. Ride comfort's the exact same as before. It's just a little bit lower. I'll take you for a ride here in just a second, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like since this is well lit and my house is not. But it did lower it a little bit and it's not looking as monstrous. So we're gonna go for a ride and I'll show you how it rides. All right, here we go. It rides the exact same as before. It's really comfortable. Feels like completely stock still. Obviously I didn't chop a lot off. It's not bouncy or anything like that, as you can see, because I'm using the phone mount to hold the phone and it's on the windshield, so it should be bouncing a lot if it was riding crappy. This method does work though. A lot of people don't like it because they don't think it's the proper way to do it, and it's really not, but it does achieve good results if you know how to do it. And yeah, so if you just follow the method I showed you, you should be fine. Alright, so I'm gonna head home and we'll finish this video up when I get back. Well, that's it for the ride comfort. It's pretty smooth. It lowered it down some. Now granted, I'm probably not even going to be driving it. I just want it to look pretty in the driveway for right now, since there is that what I think is a rod knock coming. I don't want to chance it too much, so I'm just going to park it, and then when it comes time we'll yank the engine out. I'll have video of all of that, and pulling everything out, all the internals, we'll go over and see what's going on inside, if there's even anything going on inside. And I will be putting the forged rods, the no-notch rods, and forged Viterra pistons with Hastings rings and all that good stuff. So this thing will definitely be able to handle whatever I throw at it. And then we'll be getting the tune. I figured it's smarter to do that method. It's like $480 through Speed Factory. I've used the Speed Factory rods before. No issues with them, and they can support over 500 horsepower. So that's what I'm gonna do with this. Better safe than sorry. and I will have video of the entire process. So definitely stay tuned for that. I will have video of me installing that fuel pump that the neighbor down the street dropped off. He said he had one pass on the pump, and he upgraded to an even bigger one because he's running a GSR turbo swap. So he just decided to give it to me because it's just laying around, and I really appreciate it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get all this video edited and get it uploaded for you guys. So let me know what you think in the comments below. A lot of people will hate on this, but it is what it is. But yeah, it looks better. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Definitely stay tuned, and if you haven't already, subscribe. God bless.